Hey everyone, I'm Christina. Thank you for visiting with me here. When you watch my videos, you're always in a protective bubble of love and light, watched over by all my guides and angels. I have much gratitude to them for this. This is my Tuesday Cosmic Eye message. And the only Ascended Master is Buddha today. And as I was about to begin, I got that I needed some spirit animals as well too, so I'm using this deck, and Buddha wanted me to use my own little deck that I have here. It's my own self-care deck that I use for some of my readings. I was also called to bring in my Irish Wishing Stone from my beautiful friend Tracy at Taproot Treasures in Worcester, Massachusetts. She went on a trip to Ireland and brought some stuff back for me. I was called to bring this into the message. So, the Irish Wishing Stone is about health, happiness, and love, and you make wishes to it, and they will come true. There's some, different little things that my fellow Irishmen do with them, whether it be making wishes and throwing them back into the ocean. They're from the I believe they're from the Atlantic side of Ireland. That was brought in too. And the owl, spirit of the owl's here, and spirit of the oak is here. Buddha wanted us to know, as of yesterday, I was already getting that, how important our inner world is. But first of all, I just wanted to, the elk is here for stability, bringing in stability for life's many changes right now. It's whether male or female, they are very matured. And this is also representing kindness and consistency. They also bring in keying in on what you put into your body, drinking and eating. So as we ascend more, eating healthier, more purely, is what's going to support our light bodies. I've talked about that a number of times. The owls here, because it's a foretelling of a boon of abundance in materials and or spiritual ways. A seeing and a knowing with wise wisdom and trust and security. So that's what the two spirit animals are bringing in for us this week. And Buddha wanted me to pull 5 cards from my healing deck, and that's plants, sound healing, yoga, garden, and ether. I just write on them like this, the words plants, sound healing, yoga, gardening, in the ether. Okay, so I already did the spirit animals. I told you why that's there. I showed you the decks. So in review, I'll just start with how I place them. We like plants are growing anew. And in this growth, many changes are taking place. As this evolution occurs, like tending to the plants, you need to tend to oneself. It is imperative that you know that nurturing you is what matters right now. We are in a never-ending growth. But it is key that you support always that growth. From the plant to the human being, we all require things for life. It has never been more important for those requirements now. You will see, like, as a plant needs water, you too need water, and so on. So, be like a plant and start creating your own stability. I don't know, that just sounded funny. Sound healing is important now. I'm hearing key because our light beings are very delicate now, and even something as simple as the sound creates healing or death. For example, words of hate versus words of love. From singing bowls to screaming negative words will determine life or death. There is a fragility to this, but also an uncommon strength beyond measure. We are currently fine-tuning the new. It is you, the one self, that determines the true new you. Like sound, the breath is life or death. What we breathe in and breathe out is of that same frequency. As with yoga, with every movement, with every flow, with every vital position, with every breath, so is our lives. It is where you choose to bring in love of life and breathe out that love of life, or breathe in death and lose all breath. It is in that moment of one yoga pose that presence is found, that breath is found, that peace is found, that centering is found, that oneness of tending to you, that breath, focus. It is like the garden. You are like a garden. Little intricate, little plants, nurturing the seedlings, feeding them, watering them, giving them sunlight, some shade, cleaning around them, preparing them for harvest, to bring them all back the following year. Tending to oneself is like tending to a garden. We have phases, we have seasons. Phases and seasons require tending specific gardening techniques. It is in those techniques a toolbox of knowledge that carries you trusting security in the wise wisdom you have known. The awareness of what one eats and drinks. Therein lies the stability. That even in the ether, one knows what to do, where to go. It is that internal knowing of just knowing. Not reaching for, grasping for, but being fine-tuned, and that in the closing of one's eyes, in that ether, that not knowing is knowing. Trusting in one's inner ability for stability and centeredness. That even in the ether, that even in the limitlessness, there is a fortitude of just knowing. A strength beyond measure. That in nurturing one's garden. That in breathing in love. And breathing out love. That in that silence is knowing. That in that fragility there is stability and the utmost strength. That amazing ability to heal. Tending to each individual plant. Each individual human. It is in that eternal walk of life that you as a human at this precious moment in time understands how privileged you are with the gift of knowing what you need, and you alone. To support oneself moving ahead. This is a critical aspect of what you need to know right now. Because in moving ahead, it is the fine line between life and death. Sustainability of oneself. Thank you, Buddha. Thank you to the owl spirit and the elk spirit. The stones and the decks. I'll have to go back and rewatch that like I usually do, because I don't this one especially. I didn't get a lot of what I was saying, so I'll have to rewatch this one for sure. Well, thank you all for watching my Tuesday Cosmic Eye message with Buddha. It was heavy, I feel like. Well, I hope this was helpful to you all that were called to this reading from here on in. I'm getting that this was a very key message for people, and it was something that people vitally needed to know right now. On that note, I'm going to end because that took a lot out of me energetically, so I'm going to go gather myself. Kind of dizzy right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Peace and love as always. Always, always, always peace and love. Thank you. Have a great night. I'll be back Thursday for my brief look into the energy for the week this weekend. Bye.